Going out in Korea, you've seen some things. Like, I thought I saw some things before, but no. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about, what are we talking about? We're spilling some tea. Alright guys, if you've seen our Instagram stories, you'll know that I like to de-stress by going out, having a good time with my friends. So today we're spilling the tea on our club life here in Korea, what we've seen, things we've done. Alright, so our first thing is, you gotta live that guest list life if you're here in Korea. If you like live in Korea, you wanna know someone who can get you on that guest list, because it just saves you so much trouble and money in the long run. Or you can meet them through mutual friends, or you can meet them if you're just out for like a night and you're meeting people at the club already. But it's a great way to just like be in the know, and it's an easy access. You do have to get to the club before 12 if you're on the guest. So different clubs in Korea, you'll see a lot of performers here in Korea versus like, I feel like in the States there's club performances, but they're not as many as you would find. Like in Korea, like a club usually has a performer at least every other week, if not every week.
And I feel like in the States it's mostly just like in LA or New York, but like in Korea, like it's not even just like in Seoul or Busan. Like a lot of them travel to like smaller cities as well and perform in like the small clubs there.
Yeah. And it's not like K-pop performers. It's
like, no, not K-pop. Don't expect to see idols when you go out.
No, like BTS will not be performing at a club. But it's more like hip-hop artists here in Korea. So if you're like familiar with any of those guys, they're always performing at clubs. I've seen like all of AOMG like so many times performing at clubs. It's like a really easy way to see them without having to go to like, if you don't have time or money to like go to a concert or go to like the festivals, it's like a quick and easy way to see them perform. Maybe
not easy, because then it's like the fans come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how did you even know about this?
I know. So that's the other thing too, is like especially when people are, not even when people are performing though, on like regular nights even, like when it's just like a DJ, like a lot of Korean people like don't dance. Like when we imagine people at a club, like we imagine people like, you know, really like getting it in. And there are people who do, but especially when there's a performer, it's literally just a massive horde of people with their phones at the ready.
Yeah, and they're just like standing
there. They're just standing there, they're not even moving for hours.
And it's like, the person hasn't come out yet. They're not even at the club yet.
Yeah, they're probably not even there. They're probably getting dinner. Most performers don't perform till like 1 at the earliest. So these people are there from probably 10, which is when clubs open, to like waiting till 1 with like their phones like this, like ready to go. Meanwhile, I'm like, Korean people like want to dance with you, or want to hang out with you, or want to like talk to you a little bit. You'll find that they'll dance like around you, like kind of like next to you.
Yeah, it's a little different than like how it is.
Yeah, usually in the States you'll see like guys like getting really grabby and be like, oh, come dance with me, and like blah blah blah.
Oh, the foreigners do that here as well.
Yeah, the foreigners still do that here, because that's like the move apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever. The Korean guys, and at least until they're like really really drunk maybe, they'll just be like dancing next to you and like wanting to hang out and like trying to make like weird eye contact. I'm gonna back away now. Like, and then usually like all the clubs have backstage rooms, and so or VIP sections, so usually the celebrities will stay there, so don't expect them to be like wandering the general floor area. But if you're lucky and you're already like, if they do like move to the bar, sometimes they do, you'll like all of a sudden be standing next to someone you might recognize, and they'll be really exciting. And they're usually very nice actually. They're pretty, everyone we've met, like they've been really chill and down to earth, so we haven't met anyone who's like hostile, like ew, get away, like I only talk to famous people. At this point I feel like I'm confidently saying that like as a general standard. I said that with like a loop. I meant like as a straight line, general standard. But you also see, surprisingly, I feel like in Korea, especially with the hip-hop artists, like the hip-hop culture here in Korea, a lot of them have like significant others, and it's not like a secret that they have them either. Like I see them out with their girlfriends, and they're just like they're blatantly like holding hands and like kissing and having like really cute like interaction. But I feel like you would think in Korea they'd be much more,
I think it's just like the hip-hop scene here is so different than like the idol scene. It's like so separate. So I think like a lot of the fans of the hip-hop, they're like older,
They, like,
so
respect
yeah,
that interaction.
or maybe they just don't know. Like maybe
because it's
they're
dark.
also not at the club.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's dark.
it's all well, the clubs we go to are dark.
Yeah,
which I guess is why they could be out.
but you
like,
can still
so
see
open.
them. It's like really obvious.
Yeah.
So like most of them do have girlfriends. It's so funny when I see like the thirsty girls and they try to like
Yeah, don't be one of those girls.
talk to them and they're just like drooling and
Yeah.
thirst, and then the guys are like, all right. Like,
Yeah, and they're just like so not into it.
yeah,
It's
and
like,
sometimes they're just there to like hang out with their friends,
Yeah.
and you can see them and they're just like, we're like, you're just having a chat with them, and all of a sudden a girl comes and she's like ready with her, like goes like this with her tits, and she's like ready to go, and you're just like, oh my god, girl, like step away. Step away from the man.
yeah, because like more than likely he either already has a girlfriend or he's not gonna leave with you.
Yeah, like they're really just there to chill, and if they're there, like they're planning to like hook up or whatever, they've already like had someone in mind that they're like meeting.
Yeah, it's not gonna be just like a random girl from like the dance floor or something.
Like most of the time you'll see like they're texting and then they bring a girl in and that's who they've been talking to. Like that one time we were at a club and this like really famous rapper, he's clearly texting someone, and then you go and you see like he like later brings in like someone with him, and then they're sitting at the bar and they're like flirting, I think.
It was like a glass beer bottle. He looked her dead in the eyes. She was sitting there like this, just like staring at him, like really unimpressed, and he just licked the full bottle. And I was like, what the fuck?
She must have liked it.
She looked really unimpressed, but I think she liked it.
Yeah.
I think it was like their thing.
I was like, this is a move. And then later we were talking to his friend, and he was like, yeah, it's just like different girl every weekend, like all the time. We're just like,
yeah, but I was just,
you're lucky you're famous. Like
they were sitting like right at the bar, and like the bar in this place is kind of like more lit than like the rest of it, and he's pretty famous, so I was kind of shocked that
he was just doing that and playing in public. He's like really, he's famous. Like I was like, man, these are the moves that you're figuring out. All right. I want to say, like, I think the trick is sometimes you really want to meet a celebrity, when the celebrities are performing, like usually they'll have celebrity friends with them, and then that's like the timing for the celebs to go to the bar and grab a drink, because everyone's so focused on the stage that no one's focused at the bar. But I'm always at the bar. That makes me sound like an alcoholic. I'm not.
It's just, there's not as many people.
It's just easier to move around when there's like a performer at the stage to just like hang out at the bar, and so you'll see like all the celebrities then come to the bar, and that's when they like order drinks or talk to their friends who are the bartenders and stuff like that. So keep that in mind, you know. Maybe you're so focused on the stage you don't notice what's happening around next to you. And this is also the time I find out how short some celebrities are.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes it's
like
shocking.
Like literally I'm standing next to like someone who's like really famous for being like sexy and hot, and I'm just like, and not that like, you know, short men aren't sexy and hot, but like their persona is different than, like, it's just like not what I was expecting.
Or just like, and I think we're thinking of the same person. And
there's two people I've had in mind. Although one is like, one person I was like, oh yeah, I knew. But then the other person I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. But he was very nice. I just find it really funny. I just find it really odd. Because when you see them in real life, I guess it's just one of those things, like you're not used to seeing people in real life, and then you see them in real life and you're like, oh,
yeah,
that's what you look like. Okay.
And yeah, a lot of times just how like they're like shot in music videos or like on TV, it's just, they look different in real life.
But again, he was super nice.
Yeah.
Some girl actually like pushed him because she didn't realize who he was, and I was like, oh my god, don't you, I was like, why would you do that to him? I know who he is, you know who he is, we can't say who he is, because I'm not trying to get in trouble.
He's probably the most famous that we've ever
seen.
Yeah.
I don't know, because then I've also seen K-pop. I've actually seen like K-pop idols at clubs. I don't know how you want to like compare the popular, like they famous.
No, I think he's more famous. And like worldwide.
Worldwide? Oh, I don't know. K-pop fans are intense. But anyways, famous people.
I don't know who you're thinking of.
Oh, you don't know who I'm thinking of?
No. Oh, yeah, never mind. I forgot we saw him.
Yeah, and he's like a friend of a friend too. So we've never like I'm not his friend in any way, but like my friend's really nice, so I just assume he's also really nice. There's also like there's like other random things that have happened to us in clubs that I find like really kind of like odd or disturbing. Like I was hanging out with my friends and we were just dancing in a club. You were there, you were somewhere though, you weren't like near me. And like all of a sudden, like my friend introduced me to this, like her friend and her husband kept saying like, oh wow, she's really cute, but he was like saying it like this to his wife, but like really loudly, and like I could hear him because I'm standing right next to them. And then I was like, I'm about to be invited to a threesome, aren't I? Like this is happening. Because he said it like for like a long time until I got really scared and ran away. Because he's saying it to his wife, which I also thought was just like a whole other level of odd. So then we were at this club and we were talking with this kind of famous person, and he had been really hot that day, so we went out and it was like pretty late. It was like 4 a.m. and I was like, let's get some ice cream just to cool down.
This was last summer.
Yeah, and I was also like just like a little peckish, and we were talking to him outside the club and he was like, oh, what are you guys doing? And I was like, oh, we're gonna go grab like ice cream really quick. And he's like, ew, ice cream, like I'm a man, I'm into women. And I was like,
what?
I was like, that's nice. I was like, do you not like ice cream?
He was just like really upset that neither of us were interested in him.
And then he was like, because we've been talking for a while, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna go back in and try again. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, you go do that. I'm still gonna go get ice cream because I'm hungry.
But like he literally said, okay, I'm gonna go try again.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, I wasn't like, we weren't trying anything. Like we were literally just talking. I was like, what? What just happened? Yeah, so those are our stories. Unfortunately, you know, we can't say like the names and stuff of anyone we've seen or met or talked to.
Like put them on blast.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like call people out or anything. But like, you know, and we know what happened. And we know who it happened to. But yeah, it's really funny. Although, yeah, so we did say before, like, the celebrities probably aren't like that thirsty, but our last story negated that fact, right? There are thirsty celebrities. Yeah. But like not the ones you want.
Yeah, not
maybe.
Probably not the ones you want.
Probably not the ones you're like aiming for in your initial mindset. So just keep that in mind. In the meantime, give me some of that. So talking about going out, would you rather go out and enjoy your night in a nice pub and just like chill with some friends and a beer, or would you rather go out to a club and get your cardio exercise on? Obviously I'm the latter. You should see my Instagram. Like literally I call it Zumba class. My step game is crazy on weekends, guys. Which one would you rather?
I'd rather go to a club. I kind of get like sleepy at pubs. Like I need to be like moving.
You need to be like moving and active. It's true. I mean, she's always with me, so it's like if I'm like, just assume she's also there.
Probably.
But I like lose her in the dark. Like she like wanders away. I'm just like, all right. I'll just be over here. Yeah. Never ever forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.